Did you know that what feels like aging might not be aging at all? They told him it was just part of getting older. Cold hands, slower energy, fading intimacy. It's normal after 60, the doctor said. But 3 months later, he was rushed to the ER, terrified it was a heart attack. It wasn't his heart. It was blocked blood vessels. Not in his chest, but down there. The kind of circulation problem that no one talks about. The kind that silently steals your energy, your confidence, and the connection you once shared with ease. Hi, I'm Dr. James. I've spent over 30 years helping men over 60 take back control of their health, their vitality, and yes, their intimacy. And what I've discovered is simple, but powerful. Aging is not the problem. Silence is. Because behind the symptoms we've been taught to accept as normal is something fixable, if you know where to look. And believe it or not, part of the solution may already be in your kitchen. Baking soda, but not the way you've used it before. Used correctly, it can gently support blood flow, circulation, and yes, bring back warmth, responsiveness, and connection where you may have thought it was gone for good. Let me show you how. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Baking soda helps balance pH, which supports blood flow. Did you know that something as humble as baking soda could help restore a sense of balance inside your body? The kind of balance that quietly supports your heart, your energy, and even your sense of closeness with someone you love. As we grow older, our bodies face a silent shift. Stress, processed foods, medications, and even natural aging can slowly tip our internal environment toward acidity. This change may sound small, but it has powerful consequences. And one of the first to feel the impact is your circulation. When your body becomes too acidic, blood vessels may constrict, inflammation can rise, and oxygen delivery to tissues becomes less efficient. You might feel this as cold hands and feet, low energy, brain fog, or slower healing. But it doesn't stop there. Poor blood flow also affects how your heart works, how your skin looks, and even how responsive you feel during intimate moments. This is where baking soda, that simple white powder you've probably used for decades to bake or clean, reveals a more powerful role. When taken in a safe, small amount, always under your doctor's guidance, baking soda acts as a natural alkalizer. It helps buffer excess acid in the bloodstream, bringing your pH levels closer to where your body naturally thrives. What happens when your pH is more balanced? Your blood flows more easily. Your tissues receive more oxygen. Your muscles, including the most important one, your heart, work more efficiently. It's a quiet transformation, but over time it can help restore a feeling of lightness, clarity, and vitality. Even more compelling is what this improved circulation unlocks emotionally. You might notice yourself feeling more present, more open, even more emotionally available. Warmth returns not just to your fingers and toes, but to your confidence, your mood, and your relationships. Because good circulation doesn't just feed your body, it fuels your connection. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You're not introducing something foreign or invasive. You're using a gentle, natural support to bring your body back to a state it longs to return to, one of balance, energy, and flow. And here's where it gets even more interesting. When your circulation improves, something else begins to awaken. A part of you that may have been quietly waiting for permission to feel alive again. Ready to discover how this renewed blood flow can breathe life back into intimacy after 60. Let's go deeper. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Improved circulation x improved intimacy. There's a quiet truth many couples over 60 live with but rarely talk about. Intimacy changes, not just physically, but emotionally. It can be confusing, even painful, to feel love in your heart, but notice your body not responding the way it once did. The closeness is there, the desire is there, but something feels missing. And too often people blame themselves, or worse, retreat in silence. What most don't realize is that the key to reviving that spark may lie in something as fundamental and fixable as blood flow. Intimacy in all its beautiful forms depends on healthy circulation. Blood carries oxygen and nutrients to every part of the body, including those responsible for arousal, sensitivity, and physical connection. As we age, reduced circulation can make responses slower, sensations duller, and desire feel distant. But this isn't a sign of lost love or fading worth. It's biology, and it's something you can support. When you take steps to improve circulation naturally, gently, with simple choices like baking soda and mindful daily habits, you're not just helping your heart or your energy, you're opening the door to emotional and physical connection in a way that feels authentic and deeply human. Think of it like this. Better blood flow means better communication between the brain, the body, and the heart. It means warming up, not just your limbs, but your confidence. It's the difference between feeling withdrawn and feeling open to touch, to conversation, to quiet moments that turn into something more. Many couples who improve their circulation find that intimacy doesn't just return, it evolves. It becomes more tender, more present, and more meaningful than it ever was. And here's the powerful part. This transformation isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's available to you. The body remembers how to respond. The heart remembers how to open. You just need to give it the right support, and sometimes that starts with the smallest shift, like improving blood flow from the inside out. Because once intimacy is no longer limited by the body, what's left is deeper, fuller, and more enduring connection. But physical intimacy isn't the only thing that changes. Improved circulation begins to affect how you care for yourself, how you move through each day, and how empowered you feel to take the next step in your well-being. So what daily ritual can help you turn this shift into a habit you actually enjoy? Let's explore that next. 3. A simple daily ritual that feels empowering. There's something profoundly healing about having a small moment each day that belongs only to you. A gentle act of care, done not out of obligation but out of love for the life you still want to live fully. In a world that often rushes past older adults, these moments of ritual can become a quiet declaration. I'm still here. I still matter. That's the beauty of using baking soda as a daily health ritual. It isn't dramatic. It doesn't require expensive tools or complicated routines. It's as simple as stirring a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda into a glass of water, ideally on an empty stomach and always with your doctor's guidance, and drinking it slowly, with intention. But don't let the simplicity fool you. That one small action has meaning far beyond chemistry. In that moment, you're not just supporting your body's pH balance or circulation, you're showing up for yourself. You're saying, I want to feel better. I want to live better. I want to keep showing up for the people I love and for myself. Rituals like this ground us. They create rhythm in a world that, especially after retirement, can feel unstructured or unpredictable, and they help us rebuild trust with our own bodies that may have been through illness, surgeries, or changes we never expected. When you commit to a daily practice, no matter how small, it becomes a source of inner strength, a reminder that change is still possible, even now. Over time, this small practice may start to ripple into other areas of your life. Maybe you stretch a little more each morning. Maybe you drink more water, eat more mindfully, or sleep a little easier. It's not about being perfect. It's about building momentum, one empowering choice at a time. And perhaps, most importantly, this ritual becomes a touchstone for self-respect. Because when you honor your health, even in these quiet ways, you begin to feel more deserving of love, of joy, of connection. You begin to stand taller, breathe deeper, and feel more alive. What if this tiny act, a simple glass of water with baking soda, could be the beginning of something much bigger? Not just better health, but a more meaningful bond with your partner, your body, and your sense of purpose. Then you might be ready to turn this moment into something even more nourishing. Something that doesn't just care for your circulation, but invites relaxation, warmth, and togetherness. Let's explore how. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Soothing soaks that support blood flow and relaxation. There's something timeless about warm water. From the moment we're born, it comforts us, holds us, reminds us we're safe. As we grow older, the simple act of soaking in a warm bath becomes more than just a physical relief. It becomes a way to return to ourselves, to let go of the noise, and to reconnect with what truly matters. For seniors, especially those feeling the physical tension of aging, stiff joints, cold feet, restless nights, a warm bath is more than self-care. It's a sanctuary. And when you add baking soda to that experience, something quietly powerful happens. Baking soda in warm water doesn't just soothe the skin, it works beneath the surface. When combined with warm water and optionally Epsom salt, it can help stimulate blood flow to tired muscles and extremities. It gently supports circulation by helping blood vessels relax, making it easier for oxygen and nutrients to reach the places that need them most. You might feel it as warmth in your legs or a loosening in your lower back, but what you're really feeling is renewed life moving through you. The emotional effect is just as meaningful. Taking 20 quiet minutes to soak isn't lazy or indulgent. It's deeply healing. It gives you space to reflect, to breathe more deeply, to remember that you still deserve rest, softness, and comfort. And when shared with your partner, it becomes even more beautiful. Imagine the two of you, sitting in the quiet warmth, letting your bodies unwind while conversation flows. There's no pressure to perform, no expectations, just presence, just being. In a time of life when so much feels hurried or clinical, doctor visits, medications, routines, this kind of personal, peaceful ritual feels revolutionary. You're giving your nervous system a chance to relax, and in that relaxation, circulation improves. Hearts open, walls come down, touch becomes easier, and connection returns, not just with someone else, but within yourself. The power of a warm bath isn't just in how it relaxes your body, but in how it reminds you that you are still worthy of gentleness, that your body still responds to love, even in the form of warm water and a few scoops of baking soda. It's not about fixing what's broken, it's about nourishing what's still very much alive. And when you step out of that water, refreshed and restored, you may notice something else has shifted. The way you see yourself. That brings us to something even more vital, how circulation and self-care begin to restore confidence from the inside out. Let's take a closer look. 5. It's not just about the body. It's about confidence. As the years pass, the changes in our bodies are not always easy to accept. The mirror starts reflecting a version of ourselves we don't always recognize. Slower steps, softer muscles, new lines carved by time and experience. And while we may smile through it, laugh at it, or even try to ignore it, there's a quiet truth behind those daily glances. What we miss most is not just how our bodies used to feel, but how we used to feel about ourselves. That's why improving circulation isn't only about health, it's about reclaiming confidence. It's about remembering who you are beneath the years and the changes, and waking up each morning with a sense of strength, warmth, and presence that radiates from the inside out. Healthy blood flow nourishes every cell in your body. It brings color to your cheeks, light to your eyes, and vitality to your step. When your circulation improves, even gradually, even gently, you start to feel more in control again. Your mind sharpens. Your movements become easier, your energy lasts longer into the day. But perhaps more importantly, you begin to feel proud of your body again. Not because it's perfect, but because it's still carrying you through this beautiful life. This kind of confidence isn't vanity. It's a quiet, grounded self-assurance that grows when you feel well, when you feel seen, and when you start choosing yourself again. It's the kind of confidence that helps you say yes to things you once avoided. A dinner with friends, a spontaneous hug, a late-night walk hand in hand. It's the confidence that brings softness back into your smile and openness back into your relationships. What's truly remarkable is that a small step like supporting your circulation with baking soda can help you begin that journey. Not just by changing your body, but by shifting your relationship with it. You're no longer just reacting to aging, you're participating in your own renewal. And that shift, as subtle as it may be, sends a ripple through your life. People notice. You notice. You look at yourself not with frustration, but with admiration for your resilience, your intention, and your choice to stay engaged with life. Because even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, you are still a person of presence, still someone capable of connection, intimacy, joy, and confidence. So as you move through each day, whether it's taking that glass of baking soda water, enjoying a warm soak, or simply choosing to walk a little farther than yesterday, know that you're doing more than just caring for your body. You're reigniting a deep trust in yourself. And once that trust returns, something else awakens, a sense that your story isn't winding down. It's entering a richer, more meaningful chapter. Let's close this journey with the truth that ties it all together. The reason why it's never too late to feel fully alive again. Final thought. Small steps, big return. Why you're just getting started. There's a beautiful truth that often gets lost in the noise of aging. Growing older doesn't mean fading away. In fact, it can mean waking up to your body, to your relationships, and to a sense of self that's stronger and more grounded than ever before. Because now, perhaps for the first time, you have something younger years didn't always offer: wisdom, perspective, and the freedom to choose what truly matters. Using something as simple as baking soda to support your health may seem minor at first glance, but it represents a much larger shift, one that says you are still invested in your own well-being. You are still willing to explore, to heal, and to grow. That shift is what makes this moment in your life so meaningful. Because it's not about turning back the clock, it's about turning toward yourself with compassion. Improved circulation and intimacy are not just medical or physical outcomes, they're emotional ones. They are about reclaiming comfort in your own body, trust in your relationship, and peace in your daily life. They remind you that closeness is still possible, not despite your age, but often because of it. You've lived. You've loved. You've learned, and all of that creates depth and presence that younger versions of yourself could only dream of. As you've seen, small choices like balancing your pH, creating daily rituals, and indulging in warm, healing soaks can ripple outward into something greater. They build confidence, increase vitality, and foster connection, not just with others, but with the version of yourself that feels most alive. And all of that begins with presence. With choosing to care for your body not out of fear, but out of reverence, out of love. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about possibility. It's about believing that every day you wake up is a day still rich with opportunity, to love more fully, to move with ease, to feel something stir within you that perhaps had been quiet for too long. It's about knowing deep in your bones that your story isn't finished, it's evolving. So take the small step. Pour the glass of water, sit in the bath, share the laughter, open your heart. These small moments are not just wellness tips, they are life, lived well. And when you choose to honor your body and your relationship with such care, you give yourself permission to thrive. Because the truth is, you are not at the end of the road. You are at the beginning of something new. Something slower, perhaps, but deeper, more intentional, more soulful. And in that space, in that quiet, awakened place, is where real connection, real joy, and real intimacy return. Welcome to your next chapter. It's going to be beautiful.